Can we fit this to screen real quick? Okay, I got y'all. Let's go.
Today, something absolutely crazy happened. I never thought I'd be doing this on this channel, but today, some guy posted the leaks for the full Avatar Aang movie on Twitter, and I've seen the scenes. I can't show them, sadly, on the video, but things are absolutely crazy, so I'm going to break it all down for you, and let's get...
Let me know in the chat if you've seen the movie already. Let's be honest. Anybody seen the movie yet? If you've seen the movie already, let me know. It doesn't make you a bad person.
Straight into it. So I was actually just about to sleep, and then some guy posted on Twitter saying, I'll read you the exact quote. I think I can say this without getting absolutely sued off the planet, but basically what the tweet said was, Nickelodeon accidentally emailed me the entire Avatar Aang movie and they made Toph straight. I mean...
Accidentally.
That's a bit weird for him to add because Toph already had daughters, so of course she was. But anyway, that's what he posted, and then attached to that was a video of the full scene of when Targa, who's the main villain of the show, as you might already know if you follow the channel, we get the scene where he was actually just rescued from the iceberg and Team Avatar are surrounding him, and it's the full gamut. We get to hear the voices, the animation, the style, the backgrounds, everything. So I'll give you my opinion on the look, the animation, and how it all flows first, and then we'll get into the actual, what the video actually showed, what the clips showed. So to start off, the backgrounds were absolutely incredible. They looked awesome. You can tell that there was a lot of work put into that.
That junk was, I mean, that junk looks really beautiful. I'm talking about it's a masterpiece, y'all.
Now, here's where things get bad. The characters, they're animated very smoothly, but the characters themselves do not look good. It's hard to describe this without showing you, but the lines look blurry. It looks like a draft. It looks like it's not finished, and it may very well not be finished because, I mean, if this is finished, I can see why they pulled it out of the theaters. But there's just something off when the characters...
That's a personal opinion. I think, you know, the characters look pretty straight. They look mature. Like, look at them. Like, you can tell they went through life. What you talking about, gang?
Characters are put against a background. It looks like they're just sketches. It looks like they're just like sketches placed on a background that looks incredible. But the sketches themselves look terrible, not finished, despite the fact that the coloring looks finished. So it's really hard to tell. There's so much conflicting with these character designs. You'll just have to wait to see them, because if I show these, I will be executed immediately. Basically, think of the best fan art of Avatar you've seen, and that's how the characters look. The best fan art that you've ever seen, that's how it looks. And that shouldn't look like that. It should look proper professional, and really, they should have gone with the Korra art.
What you mean professional? Like, you know, to professional people that, you know, was artists before they was professional, they was making probably fan made like the artists before, right? That professional shit crazy. I mean, the professional term crazy, because you can have somebody make fan made and it looks way better than professional. Not all the time, but I mean, like, you know, just saying.
Because that was really the peak of the art style of Avatar. But with how smooth the animation is, the character designs themselves look so uncanny because the quality of the characters don't match how good they're animated. So to me, that's a big problem, and I really hope they fix this before it gets released on Paramount Plus, if it ever gets released anymore, with everything leaked. But that's my opinion on the quality of it. The backgrounds look amazing. The characters look...
They need to release it now. They need to release it like immediately. God damn it. I think what they said, 15 million people already seen it. Like, bro, like it's not going to theaters. I think they said they're not even gonna put it in theaters no more. It's over with, gang. It's over with. They need to leak it right. They need to put it on stream right now. 15 million people already seen it. People already got the movie saved to their phones. Like it's man, yeah.
Terrible, and the animation itself is very smooth and very good. So initially I thought it was completely fake, and I was looking to match the voices of the known voice actors that have already been cast for the movie, and I wanted to match them with the voices that we hear in this little clip because I thought it was honestly fan animated. Like, I did not believe it was real when I first saw it. But anyway, I did match the voices, and I did also confirm this with my good friend the Avatarist. Go check him out, his channel is awesome, and I'm sure he'll be covering this with so many more pieces of behind the scenes info, so definitely go check him out. He confirmed to me that it matches up with what he's seen, and he's actually had many of the scenes from the movie already leaked to him long ago, as you probably already know if you watch his videos, and he was able to match them up and say that these scenes do match what he's already heard. So to me, this is pretty much 100% confirmed as a leak.
So is the Avatarist really the Avatar?
And I'm 100% willing to take that to the bank, that this is real. What I've seen is real. So if you want to avoid spoilers, definitely don't be on Twitter right now because it's going everywhere. But I'm going to describe the scene to you. I don't think it's much of a spoiler.
before Twitter was going crazy on TikTok.
The scene is very light, there's not much info in it, and it's pretty much stuff we could already infer based on what we know from the villain and the cast and who's already going to be in the movie. And just to reiterate, unfortunately, I cannot show any of the clips or any footage or any stills from this because Paramount, not only will they strike me, but they will probably sue me off the face of the earth just to sweeten the deal a bit, you know.
They will sue you down your bloodline. They will sue you so hard. Your great grandkids will be in debt.
Just to say a big F you. So anyway, let's describe the clips. Here they are. The first is right after Team Avatar discover Targa, and he's just come out of the iceberg, he's unconscious, and all of Team Avatar is around him. We've got Zuko, we've got Toph, we've got Aang, we've got Katara, and it was a bit jarring to hear at first that they're not using the same voices as the original animated series. Now,
no, because they're older, dickhead.
Of course, we already
I'm sorry, I mean call you a dickhead. But why would they have the same voice?
knew this. We knew that they were recast because the studio didn't want the ethnicities to not match up to the characters, so unfortunately they had to recast. But anyway, the clip starts with a beautiful background. I will say that the backgrounds in this are beautiful, and we see Zuko's fire ship landed, and it looks like that's how they've reached this location where they have found Targa. Now, I'll say it looks like a mix of 2D and 3D. I can't really tell just from this first shot, but later on I'll describe more about the characters. After that, we see Katara healing Targa, and he's lying down unconscious inside of a hut on a bed. And
who's Targa, y'all? Y'all let me know. Who's Targa? I'm not quite sure. Who's Targa, y'all? He's not from the first one. He's from Korra.
Katara is healing her, and she's wearing exactly the same outfit that we see in those leaked photos that I shared with you just a few weeks ago. And Targa looks exactly the same as the leaks from those t-shirts. So my thumbnail, if you want to know what Targa looks like, look at my thumbnail, and that's exactly what he looks like on my couple of videos ago where I say the new Avatar Aang movie.
Who's Targa?
Villain is insane. Now, according to Team Avatar, they're just saying this. We don't actually see this in the clip, but they're saying that he's lifted an entire mountain. So maybe he woke up from a sort of trance that he was frozen in an iceberg, and then when he got up, he was in such an adrenaline state that he was able to lift a mountain. All of Team Avatar is huddled around Targa, and they're waiting for Katara to heal him, and Katara pretty much says that this is the toughest healing she's ever done. He's so strong that she's never felt such strength before in having to heal someone. We then get Toph with
He's Aang's replacement. He's the next Avatar.
their new voice,
Okay,
asking Aang
I
if
see
this
what's going
airbender may
on.
have actually overtaken Aang's record of staying in the iceberg for 100 years. And of course, I think she's definitely right, because if you look at the arrows on Targa's head, they're nothing like Aang's arrows. These are ancient primitive arrows, so he definitely comes from a time much before the time of Aang. And in the next scene, Aang says exactly this. He says the tattoos look ancient, and he doesn't know how long that Targa's been in the iceberg. We also get to hear Sokka talk and Toph again, and they're just basically asking how long has he been in there. And then we get a bit of a comedic scene where Toph says he smells good for an old guy, and of course this is meant to be comedic because she's blind. Obviously she can't see him, so she has to go by smell. And then Toph asks the others to tell her if he's an attractive man. They all argue over this, and then eventually Zuko confirms yes, he is an attractive man. So this still
Zuko?
got the old style of comedy, just a bit aged up. And we get kind of a looks-maxing joke from Zuko, who says it's all in the bone structure that makes him attractive. So I don't know if they've really recently rewritten that
Zuko clavicular.
line, but that seems pretty on point for the modern time. And then after that is the most interesting scene. Targa wakes up in a sweat. He's in a fever. He's in an absolute panic. He gets up and then he says, an earthbender, as if he's been at war with an earthbender, or the earthbenders are his enemy. Maybe the earthbenders were ancient enemies of the airbender during Targa's time. But he was not happy to see Toph right in front of him. He wanted to kill Toph, but the others of course stop him from doing this, and of course he's too weak because he's just been in an ice.
Is he leaking the movie? Like, can you still, I mean, if all this is accurate in the movie, are you not violating, brother? Are you not whistleblowing right now, gang?
For like thousands of years. And then finally, in another panicked state, he asks frantically where is Avatar Sonam, and he says she in this dialogue, so obviously it's a woman, and it's probably an air nomad avatar. I say this because the way Aang asks him about Sonam is if Aang already knows Sonam, so it's probably Avatar Sonam is probably an airbender, and Aang has discovered her through his research into the air nomad culture, of course trying to rebuild it when eventually Tenzin is born. And then there's one more clip to get into, so I'll get into this clip, and this one is much weirder. This one will interest you much more. It's about the spirit world. So it starts off with with Sokka being transported into the spirit world, and he doesn't really know what's happened to his ponytail. It's gone off. But what we realize is that all the characters have now been into the spirit world, and they're all in different stages of their lives. So Toph is in a chibi form, like a baby form. Katara is in her exactly how she looks in The Legend of Korra, and Zuko is also exactly how he looks in The Legend of Korra, and Aang is just looking like he did in The Legend of Aang, or The Last Airbender, and Sokka also looks exactly like he did in The Last Airbender as well. So Zuko and Katara aged up, Sokka and Aang aged down, and Toph really aged down to baby, and I'm not sure
What happened to Sokka?
what they're trying to say here. I think obviously in the movie it's going to be played as a fan service moment, because it's going to be like, if it was going to still be in the theaters, which we now know sadly it's not, I think this would have been a moment where the audience gasped as
They can't put in theaters, game. 15 million people already seen it. They ain't gotta remember how many of those 15 million people already downloaded it. They ain't gotta remember how many of those 15 million people already downloaded it, then multiplied it, then sent it out, made fake Netflix or fake streaming sites. You know what I'm saying?
they saw gasped in joy as they saw
Millions
the
of
old
people
look
probably
of
seen it
Avatar
right
Aang from
now.
the original show that they all grew up with. But apart from that, in the shot, Aang says the spirit world is out of balance and he needs to fix it because it's his duty as the Avatar. And then a huge spiritual connection to Targa's temple, which we also saw in the art from those t-shirts. A big red spiritual emanation comes from that, and I think he's trying to summon something, and he's using an airbending staff to do this. I don't know if this is Aang's that he has stolen or if it's his own that he took with him in the iceberg when he got unfrozen. Now, something Aang says here makes it sound like Targa is coming from the spirit world, like he lives in the spirit world, kind of like Iroh, and that he's trying to bring elements from the spirit world into the real world. Aang says our world. So I'm not sure how that interacts with him being in the iceberg and him being discovered in the real world, but he's clearly trying to use this power coming from his temple to bring that temple into the real world. I don't know how that works, don't ask me. This makes no sense without context, even for me looking at the clip. So if you can't decipher it, that's not on you. That's just on the context that we have. And of course, at the end of this clip, they throw in a Zutara joke where a spirit from the spirit world comes out and he's like, oh, nice to see humans. Good to see an elderly couple. Of course, referring to Katara and Zuko because they're in their elderly forms. And that's obviously a Zutara joke. And Aang is not happy with this, and he tells them clearly they are not a couple. Finally, the spirit that I was just talking about, he says that he actually comes from the temple, but he can't live in the temple anymore because Targa's been corrupting it with that dark energy.
Bro is leaking the whole movie. He is just whistle blow the whole movie.
There's not much more context than that. I don't really even get it, so we're gonna have to wait for much more than this. And I don't think we're gonna see much more than this because it looks like it was hacked off Paramount servers. Because on the clips, it actually says the tag of a hacking group. I'm not gonna name them here because I don't know anything about them, but I do think these videos are gonna be struck very soon. So if you do want to see them, go on Twitter now. If you don't want to see them, if you don't want to be spoiled, get off Twitter now. Stay off the internet for at least a few days.
Well, you might as well stay off the internet forever, gang. You might as well stay off the internet forever. So, my opinion, my opinion is once they leaked it, it's over with. I don't even think it was a leak. I think whoever worked at Paramount was just, that was just a real asshole. Why did he leak it? The world may never know. May never know why he leaked it. Talking about, it's not even a leak. Would you even call that a leak? Would you call that a leak? You sent the email to the wrong person. That's not a leak. That's negligence. That's avoiding accountability. Yo ass did more than leak it. He was a dumbass. Paramount. And you think, and they try and put it out on theaters after that? I knew it. I used to love what I was an Avatar binge watcher when I was a kid. On top of the I think we had DVDs too. But I knew it. I knew it once they leaked it on TikTok. I woke up from my bed like, said my morning prayers. Look at TikTok, boy. I see. Oh wow, oh wow. They don't leaked it. You know, the whole movie was on there. The whole movie was on there. Then you could, man. So so my opinion is, yeah, it can't go to theaters. Theaters is over with. What they can do though is start like a Facebook page or like a fan page where everyone that's a diehard fan can go see it themselves at a specific location, like a green screen or something for the summer. I would do it like that. Just do and charge people like $5 or $5, $10 or something and give a portion of those, give a portion of the money to the creators. Since they're probably gonna miss out on the theater bonuses and stuff, they can make up like that if they really, we really have diehard fans. But yeah, it can't go to theaters, gang. They need stream it right now. The longer they wait, the less value it's gonna have by October. I promise you. They better be working on Avatar, the third Airbender. Goddamn it. They better be working on that shit tight, John. Let's see what else we got installed. Let's see what else. Let's see. What else we got in this anything? I put up